hey, what's up? It actually doesn't really matter how long this episode is. Well, it slightly matters, but I'm recording it kind of early because I want to watch a movie. Not a specific movie, but kind of any movie. And there's no time to watch an entire movie and then record and then be able to upload it unless I find like an hour-long movie. So I'm recording. I almost said recording an hour early, which means I could do like a 40-minute episode if I wanted to. I don't know if I want to. I would have to stumble upon something that I could talk about for 40 minutes, and off the top of my head, I don't recall anything, but I don't know, maybe something will come to mind. What did I do today? Sat around and watched movies with my sister. And then my dad popped in, we ate some pizza, and then they both left to go play pool. So now I'm sitting around watching movies by myself, which is fine. We didn't get around to doing that thing I said we might do. We may do that tomorrow if my mom doesn't come pick me up now, which I don't think she will, because she called me much earlier and said she would like me home tomorrow, and then I was like, well, I'll be home tomorrow, eventually. She kind of wanted me there all day. Maybe I'll just pop in the morning or something. I don't know. Fucking whatever. It would be pretty annoying if she called me during this, which she may do. So this may not actually be the best timing in the world, but, you know. So what did I do today? What did I watch today? I can't remember. No, well, I started with a pretty interesting movie called Junior, which was about an experiment that Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger do, because they're both scientists or whatever, where they put a baby in Arnold Schwarzenegger with some miracle drug that's supposed to guarantee fine childbirth or whatever, and a bunch of hormones and shit. So they grow a baby inside of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the hormones make him more motherly, and then they find like he has to get the egg from a different doctor, but this doctor is, of course, a girl that starts to like the Schwarzenegger, and then, of course, they hit it off, so now there's a little romance, and then he tells her, oh, I'm having your child, and she's like, oh, okay, sure. So now everybody's all happy and things. Obviously, there's a bit more to it than that, but it's a pretty good movie. And then after that, we watched Good Will Hunting, which was a movie that I had never seen before, so I wanted to watch it. Very good movie. Very, very good movie. Everybody says it's a good movie, and they're right. God, I hate when she buffs. It's scary. It's so scary. If she has, like, an attack skill, then everybody's dead. But, yeah. I mean, now I'm probably going to watch Galaxy Quest, because that's the one I'm sitting on right now, just looking at, but it's an hour 40 minutes. It's Tim Allen and shit. It's about a cast of people who used to play like sci-fi characters. It's pretty much like the cast of Star Trek, but actual aliens show up and request help for them or from them. Even though they're not actually sci-fi superheroes and shit. I don't know. That's where I'm getting at with this. There's a thing on the screen that I could read to say all of the things that I need to say in order to perfectly describe this. But instead, I tried to make things up, even though I've never seen this before and haven't heard of it until just yesterday when I was browsing the Netflix, and I was like, oh, this thing's kind of interesting, and then I put it on my list. I like Tim Allen a lot. I'm sad that he's not in movies very often anymore, but I like him a lot. Shaggy Dog was a really good movie. Zoom as well. Zoom's a good movie. I like Zoom. Never saw Home Improvement, but he's in that. What else is Tim Allen in? No idea. But Zoom and Shaggy Dog are good. I think Zoom's on Netflix as well. I was perusing that. And there was another one. It was Johnny English Reborn. I also want to watch because that has Rowan Atkinson in it. And I like Rowan Atkinson. Rowan Atkinson's Mr. Bean. His stand-up is also pretty damn good. It's very clean stand-up, which is interesting. It's nice to see that every now and then. Clean stand-up. I think. I may be confusing. Or I think he just doesn't cuss when he's doing it, which makes it clean. But now that I recall, I learned the word fellatio from him first. So maybe it's not that clean, but maybe because he used the word fellatio instead of blowjob, that makes it clean. By the way, a fellatio is blowjob. Fellatio is oral pleasure. Autofellatio is when you do oral pleasure onto yourself, which is fun. I've never tried it. I'm not flexible enough. I know some people who can. Is that what we're going to talk about today? Are we going to talk about sex? No, we're not going to talk about sex. I am not of the authority to talk about sex. I don't think I've explicitly said that I'm a virgin, but I have talked about my 3 girlfriends, and I never mentioned that I had sex with them. Maybe that's because it's a super personal thing. But whatever, we should probably move on. Tim Allen! Why the fuck have we not encountered any archwitches? I am going to run out of vitality, and I have no 10 o'clock refill. Fuck this witchgate. I don't care. Like, the rest of the witchgate is going to be that terrible. I can sense it. Of course, we're working with the exact same fucking vitality thing. When did I start recording? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Fuck. Again, that doesn't matter, now that I think about it, because I said that it doesn't matter how long this episode is, and because I said that, I didn't check the time. I would still like to know, though, actually, if I'm honest with you, because then that means I will know when I'm allowed to end it. I'll have a general idea, I usually do, but, yeah. Right now, I'm just talking a lot about, what I'm doing in the video right now, which is not the most interesting thing. People like stories, I think. People like the stories. I know Chris is way into that. Hi, Chris. How you doing? I don't think I've ever called him that. I haven't called him that yet. In chat, I have not called him that. But that gives him better insight into who I'm talking about. If he listens. I don't know how often he watches these videos. But hi, how you doing? I don't usually talk about all of the people either. Like, I'll always say, like, somebody said something. Even though I always remember exactly who it is, I don't like to say who it is. And I don't know why, specifically. But I don't do that. I don't say, you know, this person said this or that. I say somebody left a comment saying this. And sometimes it's the same person. But I don't know, I just don't like to do that. And maybe it could just be something to do with, like, I don't know, not wanting, like, them to feel like, I don't know, just not wanting to give them that, maybe, not wanting to say their names, because that's some sort of special thing, and you have to earn it. I don't know. But there you go, it's Chrissy boy. Christopher Columbus. Fuck Christopher Columbus. Did I talk about that very much? Because I know in one of the episodes, I don't remember the number, but we did the name of it was of course, Truth, Is It Good or Is It Whack? Reference to Ali G. But that was the episode where we did the debate with Mike about, truth or the existence of truth, and I got a sweet comment on that one. I think I talked about that, but I got a pretty sweet comment that I was happy about. So I talked to him about that, and he brought up Christopher Columbus, because, like, Christopher Columbus had this idea that he believed to be true or something. But I had to stop him because what his understanding of what Christopher Columbus did was completely wrong. Because it's just like, I don't know exactly how it came to be, but, you know, history is confusing sometimes. But what they would teach us in school is that Christopher Columbus thought that the Earth was round and everybody else thought the Earth was flat, and in order to prove it, he would sail around the world. And he would pick a direction and he'd keep sailing, and he thought he would find India. He thought if he kept going this way, he would find India. and he found America instead. They say Christopher Columbus discovered America, although I feel like the Vikings, I think, discovered America before then. Tons of people have discovered America before. The Native Americans were already living in America. But, so Christopher Columbus. But that was completely wrong, actually. Christopher Columbus's idea was that the Earth was smaller than what we had thought it was. We had understood that the Earth was round for a very, very, very long time. But he thought it was a lot smaller. He thought he could find India because he thought the Earth was smaller. So when he got to America, he thought it was India, and he called the Native Americans Indians. And that's where that comes from. And people still call them Indians because of that one guy who was ridiculously racist. Also, really, really, really shitty person. Really shitty person. Like, I Googled it after that, just, because I was curious. Because I knew about that thing, but I didn't understand how terrible of a person he was. He owned so many slaves and killed so many people. Like, I think the youngest age of slave he had was 8. He took record of this himself. By his own record, he had an 8-year-old slave. Holy shit, that man was terrible. And there's a day celebrating his achievements in slavery? I don't know. This episode is now good because I got passionate about something. People like it when I get passionate about something. But yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Seriously, look it up. He did a lot of really terrible things. I mean, a lot of the people who went around conquering the planet did really terrible. Like, we brought diseases all over everywhere. Fucking we. Why don't I say we? I don't feel connected to any of these things. I think my dad's family is German, and they don't have the best history, but I don't feel German at all. I feel American, and Americans have done some terrible things. But my mom's family is very American in that they are very much a lot of different things. My mom's family is God, I don't remember. I just know that it's a lot of the mix of the white people. My mom is just white people. They have a lot of southern family. But, yeah, my dad's family is mostly German, pretty sure. Maybe I should go on Ancestry.com, something like that. I mean, if Ancestry pays me to go on Ancestry to talk about Ancestry, then I'll do that. But it'd have to be very, very popular. And I don't usually see Ancestry giving YouTubers that whole kind of deal. What the fuck is happening with this? I think somebody's streaming something upstairs, so it's fucking me up. Which is gonna slow my uploads, but it's also gonna fuck up their streaming and probably fuck up my Netflix that I'm about to watch too. But whatever. I'll just switch to the TV if it starts buffering, and then I'll just watch movies on TV on demand. Still haven't watched. Should I say still haven't seen? I don't know. Fuck that. I don't care. But no, I haven't watched Pulp Fiction, which I wanted to watch, and Reservoir Dogs as well. I was either on Netflix or on demand. I had made note of it, like, oh yeah, I should watch way more Tarantino movies. I actually don't think I've ever seen any Tarantino. No, wait, I caught bits of Django Unchained. I think I did. I believe that's a Tarantino movie. And, everybody tells me that he's a fantastic director, so I gotta watch all of his movies. I wonder if that'll kill. That killed. That did kill. Oops. I wanted to deal damage quickly and then just do it again with the wingless there. If the subordinates were still there, may not have killed, but you know how that goes, or something. I don't know. That's like the second time I've done that, trying to assume that my audience should know something beforehand, when that's not really the case. It's possible that there's a completely new person every episode. It's unlikely. I can at least assume that everyone watching these videos has seen at least one video prior. But again, it is possible that they're completely new, that this video is their first. And for those people, welcome. How you doing? My name is Zeke. Well, that's what everybody calls me. And I think that you're cool, maybe. No, I'm not gonna say that. Why would I think that you're cool? I know nothing about you. I mean, if I got to know you, then you know, maybe I would come to the conclusion that I think you're cool. I mean, the best way for me to get to know you is, of course, for you to add me online. My ID is in the description of this video, and you can chat me up or send like a YouTube message if you're like, hey, I want us to be friends, and I'll be like, okay, cool. If I don't like you, then I might probably end up telling you. Maybe I wouldn't publicly. I wouldn't announce that I didn't like you in a video. I don't usually do that unless like they're a public figure that everybody's denouncing. But you know, I don't usually do that either. I don't usually denounce public figures, but you know, unless they're really, really shitty people. Like, I feel comfortable denouncing Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. I think that they're both really shitty people. I don't like either of them. I'm also not of the legal age to vote, so why the fuck does my opinion matter? Hey, for you new people that don't know that, yes, I am child. I am 17. I think a lot of the people viewing this wouldn't know that because I don't announce it every video, and I probably shouldn't. But yeah, that's a thing. That's true. I mean, eventually I won't be 17 anymore, but for now, you know, that's what I am. I don't know if I'm allowed to be 17 on YouTube. No, I'm pretty sure they probably don't care. I know I don't care personally, but I don't know if that matters. Another thing I watched today, I watched Being Elmo, the documentary about the guy who puppeteers Elmo, who sticks his hand up the puppet's ass. That's what he does. It's true. Guess because I had seen a video on him of one of them late talk shows or something, and I was like, this guy's actually pretty interesting. And then I saw that this thing was on Netflix, and I was like, you know, this looks kind of interesting actually. So I watched that. He's got a pretty interesting life, that guy. You know, it's a cool story about, you know, like some kid following his passion and then meeting these amazing people and getting really good at this one thing and being able to like do some awesome shit. And that's you know, that's a great lesson, you know, learn all about life and shit. You know, anybody, you can do anything you want. You can do anything you want. It's America and shit like that. I mean, actually, there's a large portion of people watching this not in America, but if you live in a country where you can't do anything you want, I'm sorry. And I hope that that changes. Unless you like it like that, then I hope you change your outlook, because that's a weird thing to not want to be able to follow your passions. Unless your passion is murder. Unless your passion is anything that's immoral. And I know morals are pretty subjective, but you know, murder isn't cool. I think I'm not changing, not saying anything too ridiculous when I try to say that murder is not cool. I think that a lot of people would agree with me. So I'm fine with saying that, and that's, you know, that's kind of I want to say that's my opinion, because it is my opinion, but it's an opinion shared by very, very many people. Specifically a lot of governments. I think any nation under the United Nations would agree that murder is not a good thing. So don't kill people. Why am I talking about this? I talked about it yesterday too, right? I said it like right at the end. I was like, oh, I don't like you if you're a murderer. And that's true. I said serial killers specifically. Serial killers aren't cool, but any type of murderer, not cool at all. You know, I mean, maybe there's some sort of really specific case with, like, you know, would you kill Hitler before he killed everybody else? And there's a big debate there. I want to say, yeah, I'd kill baby Hitler. I would kill baby Hitler. There's a whole greater good kind of thing. Needs of the many. outweigh the needs of the few. But in general, other than that, if you're just killing people, it's probably not cool. The death penalty is also a big hot button topic. Although it's not talked about often anymore, but you know, it was a big deal when states were kind of changing their mind about some things, and I don't even remember where it's still legal or where it's illegal. I don't have very many opinions on that. Although I did just say that I would kill baby Hitler, so I think that the death penalty is, I don't know, like, if there's no other option, I'm kind of cool with it, right? Because, like, jail for life is actually expensive. Right? Jail is supposed to be a place to rehabilitate people, to make these terrible people into better people. It doesn't usually happen, but you know, I do know some people that were in jail, and right now they're trying to be better people. They're trying to get back on their feet and do their life. But sometimes I think, you know, if you kill hundreds of people, or just even 10 or 15 people, or if you kill people really close to you, then you're kind of insane. And if there's no help at all, and it's really hard to define what I mean by no help, but maybe just put them down. This is a really weird topic. Death penalty is kind of a strange thing for me to be talking about right now. This episode is kind of long. I feel like I should just fucking, end the episode before I even started talking about this, because it's so controversial. But I'm also glad that only like 40 people are gonna watch this, and there probably won't be people that give a shit. There's also the chance that this is the episode where shit happens or whatever. Oh god. God damn it. That was a good thing right there. But then I didn't, for some reason in my head, right? I thought I could activate all the skills and then use one skill to get rid of her nullifier and then use the rest of the skills, but then I forgot that activating all of the skills was a skill in itself, and I should have just killed the one with the thing, and I think I would have survived, because nobody did the attack after that thing where whatever. I'm ending the episode now. Forget everything I said about death. Forget anything controversial I mentioned, because I didn't mean to. Take care of yourself.